Hello everyone. Just gonna wait to get some people popping on here. Get my other device going. Hello Sue, how are you? So glad you could be here with me tonight. When you hop on, say hello and tell me where you're from. I'd love to know where you're at. Hello Nancy, how are you? Good to see you. So I'm really excited about tonight. It's one of my favorite sets in the catalog. We're going to be using the Peaceful Cabin set. Sorry about that. And the Cabin Dies. So we'll see how that goes. Hello, Sharon. Yep. That was my sister-in-law, Nancy, that just called. I'm sorry about that interruption. She's probably trying to figure out how to find me. You can't hear me, Sue? Can you hear me now? Nancy, I'm doing good. I'm not taking any more pain medicine. So Nancy hears me. Sue, can you hear me? Hello, Trish. How are you? Good to see you tonight. So this class is the first of 4 in my Christmas card series. Each card series will have 8 cards, and I mistyped that on the reminder yesterday that I sent out. I was a little out of it. It's 8 cards, 2 each of 4 different designs. And we're using the Peaceful Cabin and the Cabin Dies that go along with that to use for these 4 cards. You'll get a half pack of paper, a bolt of the glitter organdy ribbon, the white, and the subtle shimmering sequins. Yes, ribbon, sequins, and a half bolt of paper, and then the cards, the kit to make the 8 cards. So tonight I'm going to show you first how to make a spanner card. Do you want me to show you the card first and then show you how to make it? I think I will. So it's this card. This is the one that I got the most compliments on at our convention a couple weekends ago. And it actually flips up, and then it flips up again. So I'm going to show you how to make that tonight. Okay, so to start, I'm going to point you to my work surface, and I hope that I don't make you too dizzy. Okay, can you see my work surface okay? I think so. Yep, this way, this way. I think I want to go this way. There we go. All right. So the first thing you need to have is a half sheet of black cardstock. And I'm going to show you a little trick with cardstock. Make it easier. If you have our Stampin' Up! Paper trimmer, that helps. You want to score first. You're going to score once at 4 1/4, and that's the gray blade. Score once, and then cut at 5 1/2, and cut once. And you have 2 cards all ready to go to be folded. Okay? So we're just going to use one of them. And then I'm going to burnish the edge with my bone folder. Okay, then I'm going to open it up. Now this might be tricky, but you can do it. I know you can. You want to cut at the 1 inch, but you only want to go to where the score line is, which is 4 1/4. So you go up there, and you stop. And then you slide it over and you do 1 inch on the other side. Again, only to the score line. Okay? And then you should have something like this. Okay? All right. Keep that paper trimmer handy because we're going to use that a lot. Then you want 4 pieces that are, excuse me, 3/4 inch by 4 inch. So I'm going to cut 4 inches, or 3/4 inch. I'm going to do 2 of them because I know this isn't 4 inches. And then you want it by 4 inches. Okay. Yes, Sharon, this cutter is amazing. I have gone through many paper cutters, and this is the best one by far. So it's 4 strips, 3 1/4 or 3/4 inch by 4 inch. Then we're going to take our adhesive, and I'm going to glue them down as I go, just so I don't lose the pieces and I get them out of the way. If you notice my paper trimmer, the blade is not, can you see that? It's not very sharp. So I think I'm going to have to get a new one. So I'm just going to trim those little fuzzies off of there. I'll show you how I do that. I just take my snips, and again, if you've watched me at all, you know I love my paper snips. Yeah, just get some of those rough edges off. You can also take a nail file and file them off. That works too. There, that looks better. All right. So we're gonna put one down, glue one down on one side of the card. And then one on the other. And you can use any of the sides of paper that you want. I'm just using the snowflakes just because I want a wintry scene. And then you put it on the other side. So it looks something like that. And then again, yes, Sue, thank you. Notice I didn't keep myself on the camera too long. I did just have hip surgery on Tuesday. So I got home about 48 hours ago. It was outpatient. Wasn't too bad, but I definitely am moving slow. But I didn't want to let my people down, my stampers down. So I have the cart, it looks like this. So there's on the outside, these 2 strips, and then also on the inside, okay? All right. So then, another piece of the paper, of the designer series paper, is this white piece with the silver trees on it and snowflakes, which is absolutely beautiful. And this piece actually is, let me make sure I give you the right dimensions, is 3 1/4 by 4. So we want 3 1/4, and make sure you cut your paper right. You don't want to do it the wrong way, by 4. And then you also want a piece of white paper the same side for the inside. 3 1/4 by 4. Okay. So we're going to put this down with our tape runner. And I'm going to trim those edges again because they are really rough. I am so sorry about this. But it does give you a little technique, a little trick to get those off of there. Alright, and then that will go right in there. Okay, so we have it like that. Okay, then we're going to stamp on our inside our white card, and we're going to take our stamp set and we're going to stamp in Memento Black. It's the pine trees, but we're only going to use the 2 pine trees, not all 3. So I'm just going to be real selective, and I'm going to use my ink like so. Instead of putting the pad on the ink, I'm putting the ink on the stamp. Okay. And I'm just going to put that in the lower right corner, like so. And then I want, may you enjoy the peace of this beautiful season. This stamp set is so beautiful. And then I'm going to ink that up with, again, Memento Black. Yep. Put the cover back on my ink so I don't put my hand in it. And again, I'm going to ink this, or put glue on it. Use my tape runner. And then I want to put this on the inside. Okay. And then I'm going to take my glitter organdy ribbon, and I'm going to slide it up in the middle. Move your camera more toward you. I mean this way or this way? Like that, Sue? How's that? And when I tie a bow, I always tie a knot. That way it stays secure and I'm not having to have a third hand. And then I always fuss with my bow to make it look just right. And I like shorter tails. You can cut it however you want. Okay. And then this is the part where we have the spanner. So you take a piece of your white cardstock, and you want to make sure it's at least 5.5 inches across. Yep. So I got 5.5 inches across. I'm going to stamp. Excuse me. I think the worst part about the surgery was my throat when they took the tube out, or when they put it in, whichever. My throat is very sore. Okay, so I'm gonna do this cabin. And then ink up my stamp. Stamp it off a little bit to the side. Cover up my ink again. And then the dies. This is what they look like, and this is the one for the cabin. So you just put it right on there like that and run it through your die machine. And I'm not going to shake the table again. Like I said, my table is not sturdy, so until I get a new one, I'm not going to do the big shot, or it's not a big shot, the Stampin' Emboss machine on this table. So I put that aside, and I already have one made for us. And then I also want to do the trees. And this time I'm doing all 3 trees. And then I will run this through the die machine because didn't have an extra one of these, and this is what the die looks like. So it goes right over your trees like so, and you run it through your die machine. And I'm not walking, I am sliding in a rolling chair. So if anyone's worrying that I'm putting pressure on my leg, I'm not. And then this is pops right out of here, and then you have your 3D trees. So what I do then is I take dimensionals, and I'm going to put one on one end and one on the other. You might want a little one for the end because you don't have a lot of room there. And then you're going to just line this up right over top of the trees. So then you have that. And then in the dies, excuse me, there are little pine trees. So I took these two trees and I already cut them out of black, and they look like this. Okay. And then I'm going to use small dimensionals with that as well, because those trees are really thin at the bottom. So I'm going to put one there. And one, oh, I even want a smaller one for that little tree. Then I'm going to pop those up behind the scenery. That one there. And then we also want to put more dimensionals on each end. And again, we're just doing it on the end because you don't want it in the middle because it's going to, the card flips. So you're going to only want to secure it on these two ends, nothing in the middle. Okay. And then you take those off. And then you line it up on the bottom. It's hanging off just a smidge, so I'm going to trim that up. And there's your card. It's called a spanner card. And again, this flips up, and then that flips up. What do you think? Christine says, everybody needs this bundle. They do. It is absolutely gorgeous. It is absolutely gorgeous. So that's the one card that we made together. Now I'm going to show you the other cards that you get with your kit. And again, you get to make 2 of each of these 4 designs. So another one, let me move this, is this one. And then another one is this one, and it has the black glitter paper. And that's in the Halloween section of the catalog, which obviously this is not Halloween. And then, of course, whenever you do a dark base, you want to make sure you put a light piece in the inside to write on. And then this one, and it has the silver paper, just very simple. And then, okay, so what do you think? Those are our 4 cards. Can you see them all? I'm thinking this way. There we go. Thank you, Janice. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you, Trish. I hope you like them. Again, let me point you back up to me. So the kit is $39. It includes the kit to make the 4 cards, the paper. It has the sequins and the ribbon and a half pack of the designer series paper for $39. It does include shipping, and you'll have 1 week to order this, and then I'll put in the order and I'll ship out the kits. So hopefully you'll have it in about 2.5 weeks after you order it. And 2 weeks from tonight, we'll have our 2nd Christmas card series. And you don't want to miss it. It's going to be really, really cute. This is pretty. That one's going to be cute. So I hope you liked it. And if you did, I hope you share it. And I'm so glad all of you came and joined me tonight. It made me feel good. Surgery is rough, and it's good to have friends to help you along the way. So you guys have a great night and a great weekend, and I'll see you next Thursday for Triple T Thursday, which is tips, tricks, and techniques. See you later. Bye-bye.